So we have what is the hierarchy of the entire universe. You know how we think that, humans are taking orders from something else and they're running the globe. I mean, we've had those thoughts, whether it's, grays, whether it's reptilians, whatever the case may be. A council of humans is being told what to do, or bare minimum, there's a council of humans, right? That's just running the entire planet, right? So this is that, but for literally every and anything that ever was or is. So let's start at the top. The cause. Obviously, that is the creator, or God. Goddess. I don't know the most powerful or most famous goddess. I assume it might be, fertility, which, obviously is Easter is also fashioned after that. I don't know. But we're going to go to the right. Well, no, we're going to go right down the middle here. The Curs, we've heard of the Curs. We're going to keep on going down. Council of the Four Brothers, Council of 13. Now, I myself have heard of the Council of 13, and to me, that is the group that is running Earth. Who or what they are, I think they're people being told what to do. Bare minimum, to me, they're people that are running the Earth, all right? We have the Council of Hybrids, New Races, Council of War, Council of 100, 72, Sub-Council of 73. Again, it just keeps on going. Council of Humans, Foreign Services, Religions and Gospels, the Mirage, Underworld. I mean, the Council of the Underworld, right? So now we're talking about spirits, in my opinion. So is this saying that there is a group that is in charge of ghosts, demons? What are we talking about here? These ghost sightings that we see, are these people that are, or I should say spirits, are these spirits that, snuck away because the council, didn't have somebody on watch? You know what I mean? Excuse me, my voice. I'm so sorry. Like, what are we talking about? Council of Near Earth, Council of Oceans, Council of Dimensions, Universes, Galaxies, New Worlds, Dragons, and XP? What is going on here? Reverse traveling? Is that time travel? What is this? What is this? Safe houses, the Three Widows, Council of the Fallen, of the books? What is all of this stuff? When I think of Council of the Books, I could tell you right now, I think of that journal that KGB journal that was found that had all of the alien races. I'm sorry, not all of, but a few of the alien races that visited Earth. And it talked about how many times they visited, what they look like, when they visited, how long they stayed for. I posted, it was a 45-minute video that I posted a long time ago. But when I think of Council of Books, I think of that journal when it comes to things like that. Or maybe even Enoch, right? I think of things like that when it comes to the Council of Books, maybe even the tablets, Sumerian tablets. So let's just go on over here to the right. Now we're talking about Council of Gods. The Council of Five is on the same level. I mean, the goddess is in charge of the Council of Gods and the Council of Five. So right under God is this female in charge, period, right? She's in charge of everything. Like, she is the VP of everything that is going on here. So who is she? Like, we all know, we all hear about God, we all hear about the Creator, but who is this vice president? Who the heck is it? Is it Lilith? Like, because she was the she was the first female ever, right? Like, and history paints her as a horrible, demonic, defiant person or entity, right? But like, who knows the truth? Like, there's a lot of stuff that was lost to history and a lot of stuff that hasn't been found and a lot of stuff that is known and is just not talked about. So is that Lilith? Like, what is going on here? Who is this VP that is in charge of everything? So now we get down to the Anakim, and we are all familiar with them. What surprises me about this is how far down on the list Enlil is, because that's all we know, right? When we talk about our history of aliens, it starts with them. They are at the top when it comes to our history. And Enlil is fourth on this list. That's surprising to me. So we have the final exit group, Council of Egypt, Greece, Portugal, Persia, Russia. So is this the group that was in charge of making sure that no artifacts were left behind when it came to all of the tools and all of the technology that we use to make some of the things like Punta Punku and the pyramids and just all sorts of things? Is this the group that was in charge of making sure that nothing was left behind, and that the certain beings that were supposed to be left behind to run things and hide amongst us and all of this stuff, and who was supposed to leave left, and there wasn't any, earth stowaways? Like, is this that group? The group of factors? What are these factors? Like the centrals, group of observation, communication centrals, like it just keeps going. Department BBP, like level earth, level underworld. Right now, see, I think this is the earth section, but I don't know. Division of allied colonies. Look at the systems, look at the groups. What is going on here? Division Camelot. What is all of this? Command of deep space. And now we've heard of Camelot, right? When it comes to deep space. What is this stuff? Is this stuff real? Council of International Business. This one right here really makes me wonder, because why would there be an international business worth making a council of? And I associate this with the rumors of reptilians loving to eat children, and I compare this to the program of people being abducted and sold out of world as slaves. That's what I think this international business is. Of course, I could be wrong, and it could be all about gold or, maybe even our natural resources. But me personally, I think Earth's natural resource to the galaxy are humans. That's what I think Earth has to give to the galaxy. It's the commodity of Earth. Besides gold, I think it's people. So I think that could be it. We hear about these rings, child smuggling and all of these things like this. Of course, there's sexual predators out there. Of course, there's human trafficking, and we do these things to us, So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's solely that, but I do think that's what the international business is. That's just my opinion. Then we have, the Central Chemtrails group of research, combat, and countermeasures. I mean, we have silicon. We have just everything that you can think of. It just keeps on going. The group of hybrids, the Central Arts, the water world. Again, when you hear Waterworld, are we talking about USOs? Because we know off the coast of California, anybody who lives in California off of that coast right there, they have a feeling something is going on under the water right there, right? We know this, and that's also where the air raid back in the 40s took place. The only combative measures that has been publicly known that we have engaged with UFOs. That took place in California as well. So are we talking about USOs, or are we talking about mermaids? Or are we talking about both? Because as this list keeps going on, you'll see that everything is intertwined, whether it's religion, whatever the case may be, it is all related. It is all one system. Some of us understand that it's one system. Some of us don't. For fear of God, you don't want to think too far outside, and I get it, because your soul's at line when you start thinking crazy, quote unquote. So we have the Black Feather Division, Azazel, Gabriel, and the Asians. Now, if you go over here to the Asians, right, because we have the council all here in the center, then on this side, Now, the Council of Five, you break that down, it goes even further, right? So then we start talking about the angels and the demons that we know. Now, remember at the time, Azazel was actually an angel. He wasn't always a demon. So we have Daniel. Michael's at the top. You know Michael's at the top, right? Like, Michael answers to, it looks like, he answers to the goddess, right? And he's on the same level as the Kurz and the Anakim. So Michael is a different breed of this hierarchy than, we know that he's God's right-hand man, right? Like, but in reality, it looks like he might be the goddess's right-hand man, okay? So we have Gabriel, Azazel, Uriel, Raziel, Satiel, and so on and so forth. So who is this Council of Five? They are in charge of what we know as our aliens and our demons. Keeps on going. Now we're talking about houses because we know of the aliens, of the angels that had sex with people, right? But what we don't know are the ones that we don't know that had sex with people. So is this their house, or are they just all just aliens just creating, offspring houses, right? Having families, right? Because, that's what a house is, right? So we have the house of Michael. We have the house of all of them. The house of Ink. We have the house of all of them, right? So what does that mean? Is this the Nephilim? Is this the Nephilim and people? Is this the Nephilim, people, and aliens? Is it everything? Who knows? And then we branch off to the Templars. We know about the Templars, the Order of Azazians. I believe this is all from one being, and it could be Azazel, but I'm not for sure, but I'm going to say that it is. That's just what I'm going to say. That's just what I'm looking at. And I could be 100% wrong because all of this is insane. And then breaking over on this side, we have the Sisterhood of Five Books. We have the Motherhood, the Children, the Keepers, the Council of Records. And when we're talking records, again, I'm not just thinking records of Earth. This is records of everything. But obviously, that's us included. We have the Directive Wormhole. We have the Makers, the Watchers, the Destroyers. We have the Order of, I don't know what that is, but it involves the Council of the Black Sun. And the Council of the Black Sun is over here somewhere, or that's Black Feather. God, there's just so much. The Sisterhood of the Tree of Life. We've heard of the Tree of Life. Well, it looks like things are in charge of this, which means that it's real. Or is the Tree of Life like this sisterhood and they are in charge of everything? Because it says water, air, trees, fauna, whatever that is. Maybe you put all of those together and the branches all come into one, which would be, technically a tree if you look at it that way. And of course, life, because we're talking about water, air, trees. Like, what is going on with this? Division of ships and armed vehicles. When I see this, I think about the videos I just posted and the battleships and the planet with the laser beam that lit up the entire dark matter around the planet. Like, I think of things like that when I think of this. Who was recording all of this stuff? Like, I think that is this council. Division of Immunes. I don't know what that is, but there's just a lot of everything. Dragons, XP, Unseen, Creators, Warriors, Trainers. So the group of creators, could that be like Zeus? Right? Or is that Inkai as well, or Ankai and Enlil as well? Because they had a hand in our beginning starts with them, in my opinion. The Council of the Fallen, are those the angels? The Council of the Standing, are those the ones that was in heaven that didn't rebel? The living, the future, the past. What are we talking about here? So again, it's all here. It is all here. These pictures, I don't know if these pictures are of actual beings, right? Like, are they still here? Because we know time is not relative to them. So is this actual Gabriel? Is that actually an old picture somewhere of Michael? Are they still here just living, just watching us act a damn fool, reporting back? Because the councils, it's everywhere. It's ongoing, it's nonstop, and everybody is in charge of everything. So the allied colonies, the just everything is everything that is anything is in here. Department of YouTube channels, right? Like everything is everything here, right? It's all here. It's all here. So if you are religious, this is your beginnings. If you're an alien conspiracy person, it is all here. Now, it is your job to dissect each branch and find out what they are. And this is where, like I said, it could take an entire lifetime to research this one chart. But the chart is here. I have given it to you. You do with it whatever you want, but it is here. Good luck. Don't underestimate this. Anything you find out, let me know. I'm going to do the same. This is just the beginning. We've been researching our entire lives for this, that, or the other, looking for answers, clues here, clues there, puzzle piece here, puzzle piece there. Well, this is the beginning. This is the roadmap to set you on your journey to get the answers. If you already have dots, this is going to connect them. This is truly the beginning of your research, if you choose to look at it that way. Let me know what you think, as usual.